America. The boys are ready for Bathurst, and we'll catch up on the F1. We've got AG, Tyron, and Binny in the house tonight. And of course, Eliminated Race Wings are back on board, sponsoring the pod. So let's check them out. Eliminated Race Wings are Australian manufactured with recessed rivets for extra strength.
Manufactured with 6061 T6 aluminium for lightweight and strength. Sprintcar top wings, dished and flat, along with front wings.
They also have Formula 500 wings now available.
Eliminator Race Wings, available Australia-wide.
BHR Fabrications in Brisbane, Par Motorsports in Melbourne, 16 Industries in Sydney, Sprintcar Parts Australia in Perth, and Peter Radford in Tasmania.
Yeah,
all right, the boys are in here. How are we, gents? The boys, this was the dream from the start. We finally got here. All right, we got Binny, Aussie George, and I guess we're going with Tyron. You don't really have a nickname at the moment. What are we going with? I we could call you TP, but that's a bit how you're going, I think. So.
A1 bot.
A1 bot, yeah, that's right.
A1 bot.
A1 bot. All right, gentlemen, now you looked geared up because you are all supercar F1 type fans, and I literally have my bed behind me now in my new room. So when you talk about that, I'm going to go have a nap and come back. So what's been going on? We'll start off with Binny. What's been happening, brother? Broncos are up, eh?
Not much, yeah. Broncos up over the weekend, so bloody good game to go to. Unfortunately, because I was at the game, I missed the start of the F1, which was a bit of a shame. But yeah, we'll get into that more later. So,
I'd love to tell you what you missed, but I didn't watch a second of it. AG, what's been happening, brother? Could you tell Binny what happened maybe in the F1 at the start later?
Yeah. No, I'll tell him what happened later. Like, not much really happened, but anyway.
What's new?
Not much.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I'm already fired up.
All right, boys. So, we'll get straight into sprint car action from the weekend. Once again, Lockie McHugh wins at Toowoomba. Now, the thing I do want to say again, another format change. I don't know if that's what they're going to do for the USC series. It's going to be like that. I don't know. I did like, though, on the weekend, guys, they had a lot more cars qualifying at once. I don't know whether that's just how they want to try to run these shows quicker, or they're trying to get ready for the Australian title, where they're going to probably have 60 plus 80 cars, and Toowoomba's a small place to get them through on the infield, so there'd probably be two groups. How do we keep up with these format changes? Something's got to change, surely.
yeah, I feel like it should just be a set format, unless, like, I guess USC's their own little championship, just like Maddington Toyota and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess depending on which series you run, it's going to change. But if they're going to run that format, it should be every show they have there. It should be that format. Yeah, I get frustrated with the changes because it takes me ages to get my head around the format most of the time. And then you get your head around the format, and then it changes the week after. And it was a little bit the same back in the Parramatta days, depending on the car count. It would change. But yeah, I'd like to see one format across all tracks, but you're never going to get it because they all get different car counts.
Well, that's the thing, eh? The car counts and how many divisions they have. Like, if they have 5 to 4 divisions, you can't have a 2-heat sprint car format. Or, I mean, AJ, you talked about it last week with the more format, the better. Like, what is your thoughts on that?
I mean, 2 heats, bring it on. I love it. More racing we see, the better it is. Like, I know with, like you said, divisions and all that, but that's why I like the classic in earlier years. Was always 2 heats. Always 2 heats, and it was great. Loved it. But, hey, like you said, car count. There's only so much you can do with a car count, and you've just got to make the best of it, which is what I think these speedways are trying to do. It's not going to please some people, but they're just trying to do the best they can.
Well, we can dive straight into the car count situation. Murray Bridge on the weekend. That's normally their biggest start of the season type race. And first night, I think it was like 16 to 17 cars. It's like no team from Victoria travelled. So I don't know what's going on there. Like, normally there the Victorian guys go. Like, that's their start of the season too before Warrnambool. And then the second night was lucky to be like 14 with a few pullouts and stuff. But yeah, they're racing for 5 to 10 grand each there, guys. Like, that's what everyone demands or expects a sprint car show to be in Australia. But there has to be some different issues at Murray Bridge, guys. What do you think on that?
Well, they had issues at the Australian title last year.
Well, Binny, being on the ground there, I'm not 100% sure if that's Murray Bridge at the day or the SCCA trying to run a shit show that night.
Yeah.
I'll be completely honest. Like, the track prep was wrong, but then apparently earlier in the season they had track prep issues. But, you know, there's a lot of guys around there trying to make a difference. So I don't think they're trying to push the same repetitive stuff like we have seen at, unfortunately, Sydney International Speedway over the last 2 years, where they're trying to push something that's just not ready or there yet. Murray Bridge, like, it looks like they've got, like, their socials look all right. They've got the right people in the right places, I think. But from hearing everything, people say, no, the place is not that good at the moment. So, like, Tyron, like, you're a Perth guy, right? You see that stuff at Murray Bridge. How's that going to attract you to ever go to Murray Bridge at this moment? It's not, is it?
It's like, you see, if you don't see like more than 20 cars for reference at the Motorplex, you go, something's happened behind the scenes. Like, there's a reason. So you go, oh, well, was there any point? You question coming back. You're like, you go, what am I going to, like, especially with ticket prices around the speedways and all that getting up, you start to question, like, is it worth bringing sometimes a family of 4 paying all that money to come watch 10 to 15 410s go around a track and then maybe a few in some support classes?
Yeah,
like,
agreed.
You go there to watch a full, like, Motorplex. Every time we're there, you can almost guarantee that it's going to be a full feature. You go there to watch a packed out feature and then maybe even like a B main sort of thing. And like 2 dashes and your qualifiers and then your heats. You go there to watch all these cars, and when you don't get your value for money, it's what draws people from not coming back.
100% agreed. But this is where too, and I think you guys all agree this, the post we put out last week, AJ, about formats, it was literally 50-50. Fans, get rid of qualifying. But you talk to the drivers and they're like, no, I want qualifying. Like,
Yeah.
Like all motorsport, well, I want to qualify for my seed. But then you talk to the fan, nah, we want a pill draw and we want this and we want this. Because, okay, guys, the fans don't want these big, long shows anymore. So they think qualifying is making these shows go longer.
See, to me...
Well, qualifying sometimes takes half an hour.
Yeah, but
Plus.
the thing is, with me...
It's part of the motorsport.
See, qualifying is my, like... In any motorsport, I feel like
love it.
It's so exciting. You see the cars pushing to the absolute limit to get one perfect lap. And to me, there's something about it. You know that they are finding every little part of that track to make the best lap they can.
I agree. Especially if a guy goes out late and you're like, what's he going to pull? And it's like, say it's a fast guy, and then they just go, fucking zap. Oh, quick time. You're like, oh, that's huge.
For reference, I'm full pro qualifying.
Yeah.
Before that comes across the wrong way. But, like, especially with
what's this bullshit? Here we go.
With helping out, like, when you're on the infield even, like, helping out a class that's not the 410s and you just might happen to be out there at the same time for your scheduling purposes, you sit there and it's honestly probably more interesting than watching the heat sometimes. Because like what George has said, it's balls to the wall, just 2 laps, bang it out. And you get to watch that track evolution. You're like, oh, well, how's this going to play out? The track's changing this way or the track's changing this way. It's like, honestly, it's more interesting to me than qualifying than heat races, because heat races sometimes can just turn into an absolute freight train. The cars go off and then that's it.
Well, okay, then the rebuttal, we've heard this heaps spinning travelling, AG, the same as the topic last week. They say, no, like, we'd rather the 2 heats because the invert and blah, blah, blah. But, like, you think about laps these teams are putting on motors. Like, if they're running heats after heats after heats, like, to a smaller team, that does cut their programming down a lot.
I think there's one thing I would say about qualifying as well is that compared to other like motorsports, sprint cars have got it so like for a spectator view is you've only got 2 laps. You don't have 20 minutes to do as many laps as you can to try to get your best.
Yeah,
you've got 2 single laps. That's why if you go to like supercars, don't get me wrong, I love qualifying, but when supercars do a weekend where they've got a top 10 shootout and you've got 1 lap to nail it, it's awesome. And that's where sprint cars comes in because no matter what, you've only got 2 laps. You stuff up your 2 laps, that's it. That could really ruin your night, or you could be the best. I love that, and that's that risk versus reward you've got with sprint car racing.
What I do struggle with is like we're fans of the sport too, yeah. So when I see fans and other people's opinions saying get rid of qualifying, it's boring, but then I'm like, it has to be because the events are going for 5 to 6 hours, true guys. Like, I'm not going to lie. The other night, I tried to watch Murray Bridge, and I fell asleep again. Like, it was like...
If you're not there, it's hard to watch.
Didn't have any beers. I was sober as anything, and I just fell asleep. Morgan had a movie on the TV. I had my phone there watching Murray Bridge. Conked it. You know, when I woke up, Brock Hart's waving the flag on his wing. And I was like, son of a bitch. I missed it all again. But I don't know. I've spoke to some drivers that have done high limits. They say, no joke, show done 3.5 hours. That's with a fan parade. But again, that is one. There's nothing else there but sprint cars, them. They're the show. Like, you're going to watch sprint cars tonight. Now, as you guys know, these guys have tickets the people running the tracks have the more divisions they get, the more that helps the speedway, the more people are coming to the crowd that night because families from all the sedans, all the this, all the that are there. And if sprint cars are on the tickets are more expensive just to get in the gate, just even if you're not there to watch sprint cars. Like the Murray Bridge show I seen on social media as well, they're all saying it was $35 a ticket as well to see 15 sprint cars go around. Like,
see, can I just say one thing about that though? Is like, I feel like there's a big difference, as us being fans as well. Like you said, you're watching on your phone, you fell asleep. Yeah. I feel like the difference is when you're at the event, who cares if it's 4 hours or 6 hours? You're pumped for the whole lot.
I agree that. I
feel like that's where media is taking such a big backlash on this, is where, like, if I'm watching it on TV, I can't wait for the feature to be done so I can go to bed. You know what I mean? Because I'm at home.
Bro, 100%.
And that's just what media does. Like, that's just the big swing in how our, sprint cars or speedway in Australia has now got a very, a live running media platform for the whole year, where that never used to be a thing. So there was never an issue of how long a meet went because no one really cared when you were there.
It is. You know what, though? It is hard watching people leave, and not because the racing's bad. It's because they've been there for 5-6 hours with their kids and their kids are asleep or in trouble and they're leaving, missing out on their own self to try beat traffic and just try get home because they've already been there for 7 hours, AJ. Like, you want to think,
after,
you want to go
5-6 hours.
You want to go see your favourite driver after the event? Oh, guess what? That's after the late model event too.
Yeah.
That's like... And if, by the way, you want to get there on the 20th of December at 2 o'clock before the event, it's 39 degrees to go in the pits. And, you're not going to do that to your kid.
No.
So, and that's where they end up, it's too hot to go. Because, it's hard, man.
That's where 6-hour events, it's not only the time you're spending, it's you get home, say it for the Motorplex I think we have a cut-off time for 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Then it takes half an hour, half the time, just to get out of the front doors of the Plex because it's that backlog.
I couldn't imagine how bad the high limit
and then
is to get out of there.
I was glad I was parked behind the pits.
Oh, yeah, that
was the only saving grace.
Yeah.
But then, along with being there for 6 hours, if you got a family of 2 or 3 kids, you got to feed them for 6 hours and keep them happy and keep like water into them if it's a hot day, and like you got to look after kids, believe it or not. And it gets expensive at speedways.
The hard thing about it is the Plex is so kissed on the with the pits. 6 hours at the Plex, 6 hours at the Plex can go like.
But that's because we have the luxury.
No, but I'm saying
we don't have to wait like you guys do for a feature to finish.
Your kid could be stressed and not sitting down. Like, okay, let's go for a walk in the pits. It could be any time of the night. Yeah. It could be. Yeah. Let's go see your favorite driver.
Mind you got to pay extra.
Yeah, but you're going to pay for that experience. Like that means straight away. Yeah. Like, if you told me,
you're going to pay to keep your kid happy.
100%. The only thing I will say though, the 7 coverages of the Plex, it is hard to go, why would I not sit here and watch this at home? This is ripper. Like, it is pretty good.
That's that back end of last year. I reckon it was better than actually being there. You got to sit on the land. So good. Cracking drinks open.
Dead set. When there was a night when one of Eliason or something crashed out at the Plex, collected his wing, took it home on my roof in the car, and I sat the next night next to my wing in the patio, just with the beer fridge unlocked, bang, just knocking them back. And I was like, oh, this is better than last night being there.
Because you had the wing next to you?
No, because the coverage was so good.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
He was actually cuddling the wing as well.
Yeah. Monty Farms.
Yeah,
Farms.
No,
lettuce.
Rumbold Ford.
Yeah. Corey. I listen.
No, they ripped his nameplate off it. I was so demo.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that. They ripped his name off it. Nah, well, it's an iconic thing. It's an iconic thing.
Oh, they got to save it as well.
Like 7's Night Thunder, like you can't beat it. Like that is just their coverage.
Nah,
I'm happy, Codeman. I mean, I'm not happy, but I can take it on the chin to run second to Media Person of the Year to Night Thunder. So let's remember that, boys. I mean, well, I don't know if I was second. I was in the top 3, but.
And the thing is, they're not making money. They're not really making money on that coverage either. They're like,
well, that's the thing. This is where Binny and I always said, if a national series happened, and I'll tell you right now, they're going to be silly if they don't. It's got to be included in the driver's charter. A section of your portion is going to Channel fucking 7, because bro, the drags have Channel 7. They can have rainouts, so you can't. You got to think like we're like the drags. We're the same situation. Rain, we're no good. And they got a TV because it's all paid for. So Channel 7 doesn't care. They'll show up if they're getting paid or not. But they need to be paid.
That's why they actually increased. I don't think it's why they did, but they increased the nomination fees for the Plex, I think, to cover Channel 7 a bit more.
Yeah, that. And
from what I was hearing.
See, the good thing about Channel 7, I was literally like, just put it on the TV the other day. It was like Sunday or something. And Night Thunder was on 7, mate. Just playing on the replay. Yeah. And it's awesome. It's like 10 a.m., turn on the TV, 7, mate, Night Thunder's playing. It's just 100%. Like, that's so cool where they're showing these replays and all that. Like, that's just, it's good more, if you were just a Saturday afternoon or morning, you're sitting down having a coffee, you're just flicking through the channels and you see this, and you've never seen it before. You know what I mean? That's getting new fans in.
Yeah. That's where Binny, you said that. When some of your mates were over, and you were like, oh, it's on Channel 7. And they were like, what the? They were rapt about what they were watching, eh?
They had no idea what they were watching, but they were like, this is rapid. Like, we're going to watch this more. How do we watch it? How do we go to it? And, like, obviously, Sydney, with all the dramas they've been haven't been racing as much. But, like, I've got one of my mates that goes on 7, mate, and watches it all the time. Like, he watches the 7+ coverage and everything. And he has no idea any of the drivers or anything like that, but he's into the sport. Yeah. So that's the main thing, and that's what we want.
Exactly.
Just imagine
how they do that, sorry, Tyron, is the names pop up and they do it well. So you don't know anyone, but if you go, hang on, I like that car. What's that? And then if he goes quick time, you go, well, hang on a second. Facebook search, follow that page.
Buy a shirt.
Like, yeah, it's so easy to, once you go down that rabbit hole.
Well, that's where, like, imagine how good, like, obviously the Motorplex just announced they're doing this 100-lap late model feature. Imagine how good the coverage of that is going to be if they decide to do one.
They are doing it. Is it on 7, though? I don't know.
I don't know. I only seen the announcement from Gavin Migro saying that they were gonna do the race. I didn't see anything, or I don't know if it was included in that video about coverage
I'm not
or
sure.
not. But it'd be pretty silly not to cover 100-lap late model feature on 7+.
We'll get to that, and I know you guys absolutely love your F1 supercars because it's that enduro style of length and strategy, and it's a good segment here. The National Open on the weekend at Williams Grove was 40 laps. That place is huge, and even Johnny Gibson was well reserved. How he was talking about each lap, like mid-race, and there was a stoppage because there is. And it's like there's two races, but there are strategies they play with staggers and fuel, and are we running a harder tyre because we want it to come on the end? And I was literally watching it going, oh, this is like sprint car enduro right now. I love this shit. Like, you know, even though it was 40 laps with wrecks or yellows, it takes a while, that type of race. But how, and I can't believe people online are still saying, like, oh, Johnny Gibson is annoying when he gets excited. Mate, that bloke knows everything about sprint car racing, history, does his research. Binny, you'll say it. Remember when he used to walk around the pits, asking and questions to drivers before the events, writing details down, getting their sponsors. Like, he is an absolute pro. But how even mid-race he was calm, because it's like, no, there's a long way to go. He takes the lead. He does this. And the one thing about that race, Sheldon Hudgenshield, what a freaking drive. At one point, I thought he was done. Like, he fell back to third or fourth and out of the picture. I'm like, there goes Sheldon. Because that's been the story of the year, you know. The 17 hasn't been that good. But wow, man, and everyone said he's one dimension. He can only run the top. He can only run the top. He won that race, rolling the bottom. And I thought it was like a bit juiced up still. No, that thing was gut slick to the cush where Bill Baylor was ripping it. And what a drive that. It was so refreshing too. Like these 40-lap races and this type of track can bring out guys who aren't winning or always winning can win these ones. Like we got a PA posse guy, Chase Dietz, night one. What a drive. Drove post and outlaws. Drove past Macedo like a boss. Got the win. That's huge. And then night two, it was two outlaws, but not guys that have been winning regularly this year. Like going at it. And then Denny Dietrich was a posse guy. But yeah, I can get why you guys see this enduro. Like, is there a world where we could have a sprint car 100-lap race with 4 stoppages? And
Maybe
full tyre changes?
100.
Like, full tyre changes. Like,
I've always said I want a sprint car 50-lapper with a mandatory tyre and fuel stop at 25, or it's not a stop the race. It's a you come in and it's a pit stop. Get it done quick.
Can't do that. They're pushed up, bro. Can't do that.
Wouldn't work.
You could,
You can't do that. You cannot do that.
If you had push cars on the ready to go, you could manage some. Even if you did a mandatory stop, like race stops.
The push car would
then they would stop. Then they would stop.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Even if you had a mandatory, like the race stops, even doing that would be like 50 laps. Watching sprint cars would just be
Well,
mental.
they did it at Parramatta, remember, Binny?
I was going to say, have you ever been to Parramatta? Because they used to do one.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'll tell you, Braves led 49.5 laps.
See, can I put an opinion into this?
What happened in the last half?
Got passed by Robbie Farr and he blames Cow for it. Bloody Williamson, lap car.
See, can
A ripper race. I'd go and watch it. No, great race. He led 49.5 laps. Through the stoppage, everything.
Unlike Cow to be getting lapped.
This was back when Cow was coming to Sydney with his dad, and they were just trying to get more laps anywhere. He was in his Williamson Avalon group car.
Oh, yep. the blue car.
It was like blue and black, and I think he even ran number 6.
Yeah,
it wasn't even number 3.
It would have been number 3 still.
I don't know, but yeah, he was trying to travel, and him and his dad were flying in and out. He told me the story, like, because I remember I was like, "Why were you there?" He was like, "Man, we were just trying to get laps anywhere. Like, you can't just race at the Plex all the time. We were just doing it." And so that was cool. But yeah, Parramatta did a few 50 lappers. Like Williams Grove 40 laps. You know how long that is?
Right.
Remember we tried doing it on the PlayStation? That takes forever.
I wanted to bring it up, but I didn't want to sound like an idiot. Like, even 40 laps on a PlayStation with, like, a steering wheel and pedals.
Well, there's no difference. You're doing the same second laps as what the big boys do.
You have arm pump by the end of that race if you're using a steering wheel.
Not if you're fit.
Oh,
you wouldn't know then.
Not if you're the bin chicken that you go on
Not
PlayStation.
if you wear a Bronco. Not if you wear a Broncos shirt and drink out of the toilet.
Not if you're the bin chicken and you can't go on PlayStation anymore because they kick you out. You're too good.
In those Williams Grove races I used to just park her up underneath the bridge and just watch.
15 laps. I'm good. I just want to thank the sponsors for the opportunity. I made the show. It's good.
Yeah, it was like
just sits there under the bridge making obnoxious noises, just revving it as everyone goes past. I want to feel included.
Yeah. So
I'd just like to thank our Strand Mufflers.
Yeah. What is a Portaloo sponsor?
Bill's Portaloos or something.
Yeah.
Dunnies.
About the endurance though, I just feel like someone who watches a lot of different motorsports, I just don't think sprint cars, like just the way the motorsport is, I don't think it's fit for endurance races. Just for the reason being.
Wait a second, can I pause you on that?
Yeah.
It's called Sprint Car Sprint. No shit, George.
Yeah, exactly.
The last thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you got me there.
The other thing you got to be careful of. The other thing you got to be careful of. How entertaining is it to watch NASCAR go around fucking 500 laps?
They do the same as you guys. Well, that's the difference. It's the same sport, enduro.
No, but I'm talking doing circles for so many laps.
Oh, I get you.
They're like, there's no. It's not like a road course race or like a circuit race where there's overtaking points and certain points where you can make up tenths of a second and stuff like that. It's like you can do that on a dirt oval, but it's not as obvious to people.
See, with NASCAR though, this is the thing though. Like a normal circuit, the first 5 laps are exciting. With NASCAR, it's the last 5 laps that are exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's exciting about supercars?
So what, you got to get your hot donuts and your sausage roll and stuff for the first 45.
I'm asking. You just said the first 5 laps of NASCAR. Tell me what the exciting part of supercars is.
Right, let's go for Bathurst, for example. With
no, we're getting into that. You can't do that. That is different.
Just one thing.
Bathurst, I understand.
No, but hear me out. With the endurance race, the first 100 laps of Bathurst, it's kind of a bit, how you going?
The last 60 are the good ones.
As soon as it hits lap 100, turn up the heat. We are on.
Okay, but what about the rest of the sport besides Bathurst?
I don't worry about that.
Tyron, you want to take full of this question, please?
It depends what track. It depends what track. It does depend.
Honestly,
I understand what Tyron you just said. 100 laps.
You've got to be
in
careful.
A row.
Yeah.
Wow. And what the first time you're going to do it, I guarantee you, 38 laps in, 40 laps in, the rubber forms in the next 50.
No, it's going to be 38 laps in. Oh, it's like 50. All right, call me in another 20.
And if one guy goes on an absolute tear and laps,
it's even worse.
It's like, well, the race is over. He can just park it because they've all got.
If one of the old fields or Chalmers or I'm forgetting their names now, but if they go on a tear, you go, I'm going to go look at the sprint cars in the pits. I'll come back in 20 laps, see what happened.
Do you think at the Plex with the 100 lapper that is on the cards?
No.
One guy gapping the field that bad.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You've seen it happen to the Plex so many times where a car does gap. It does happen.
Wait a second. How many stoppages do you reckon they're going to have, guys?
I think he said 4.
4.
He said every 25.
So that is like on the pit stop, like NASCAR, because they can go, yeah.
You got to also think about with an endurance race,
they're just going to crash into each other. I don't think.
It's just tin sheds going like this.
Yeah. If you think about this, 100 laps, the sprint car race, you've got 4 stoppages, open reds for that, for the tire changing, whatever you have to do, fuel and all that. Also add every other stoppage you have.
Yeah,
this race could go for way too long, and people will lose.
Wait a second. You guys realise how long your fucking races go for?
No, but it's different.
Come on.
You know why it's different? Because it's a sprint car.
Well, it's just
We don't want to be there for 5 hours, but we are.
a thing.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
instead of
think
5, you're going to be there for 10.
I don't think
It's
for
a
the 100
5-hour
laps they're
feature.
doing open reds. I
So
think
what
it's
are
like
they?
the live pit lane.
Yeah, that's what I
No.
mean.
How's
Yeah.
that work?
I
It would
think
never
they.
work.
Are you sure? I swear that's what they were saying, eh, Binny?
Yeah, that's what Gav said in that. Well, I'm pretty sure I watched it a while ago, but he said it was going to be a live pit lane, so they could come down on cautions and pit.
Yeah, but that's different though. Late models can just go.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
I
It's not
don't
gonna
get me
be
wrong.
open red.
I hope it's successful because that will attract so many eyes to just our sport. The Plex, obviously, but like you got to see
Best
these
speedway
guys
in
doing
Australia.
the late models. They do in American Eldora, like they're like 80 laps and
You know what
70
we should
laps and shit.
I'll be honest, like, late models are probably sometimes the most exciting class to watch, depending on the night.
100%.
Just because they're literally banging doors through corners because they can.
It's
Like
just wild.
when Chalmers won the Australian title over East. Sorry, it might have been the Vic title actually. Like he finished on a flat left rear.
Like, can I
because
just
of,
cut?
like-
I'm going to cut in for a second here. You get Tyron on the pod. I'm a big perf guy. It's like we just talk about perf the whole time. Like, can we talk about something else there, Tyron? Like,
Perth is West is best. That's
it's
it.
good, but I'll tell you right now. You stand on the infield and watch Sprintcars at Toowoomba, and you don't tell me you got a stiffy. I'll tell you right now.
I haven't had. I need.
Or
I
Mount
probably
Max,
should go to
Mount
Toowoomba.
Max Warrnambool, stiff.
Wait, I didn't know bloody Speed Nut was on this podcast. West is best. What's going on
Yeah,
here?
speed nut. Where are you? Like, far out.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
So anyway, we'll get back on track. Besides Tyron talking about Perth, maybe we have to skip that next segment of the Perth opener because it will go for another hour and it will turn into enduro, not a sprint car. Yeah. Who? Me? Yeah. So the Outlaws only have 10 shows left in the season. David Gravel's gone. It's been over for a while, and I've said that a long time ago. Binny, remember we said it when like Schuhart and that crashed at Williams Grove the first time they were there. He's wrapped it up. Now some things have happened also. Sheldon Huddersfield's team, him and his crew chief were leaving anyway at the end of the year, whatever. The worst unkept secret was they were going to the 18, the KCPT, the Orange 18 in the Outlaws. This past weekend, they win the National Open, and his crew chief has said, you are no longer on the car. You're not allowed to finish the season anymore here. And the crew has left because of that. So Sheldon will have the Logan Schuhart crew chief who just got sacked, who has taken over that. So they do not have a crew at this moment for the weekend because they left when the crew chief was let go early when he was supposed to finish the season with Sheldon. So he just won the biggest race ever, or one of the biggest races ever, and was told you're not welcome for the rest of the year. So it does not sound like a nice separation, or obviously Sheldon's going to stay there because there's incentives. He finishes top 5 in the Outlaw points. There's money on the line there for the team plus him. But yeah, and even like when you hear or see things on social, it's never happened before. Now, Logan Schuhart, this crew guy, I think it's his first year as well. He did look like he was finding the speed early in the year. And now it's gone again. But yeah, it's a weird subject. And to finish off the Outlaws, last night or yesterday, the late Bobby Allen, Senior, passed away. The original Outlaw. Now, if you don't really know, I mean, you guys probably don't know, I'm a sprint car nerd. What he achieved in the sport was huge. He was, I would say, the original Outlaw. The budget team that could beat the big dogs and compete at a higher level than any other budget team. Bust his ass up and down the road. Yeah, it's sad. He's like, just one of those guys that was how would I say it? He's one of the guys that sprint car racing is where it is because what he did and done for the sport and always involved in it. You know, got both his grandsons, Logan Schuhart and Jacob Allen in their teams. There's stories of them saying, we had one motor each for the Outlaw series, and we'd have to go get it refreshed the first time, and Grandpa would just get it done for us and Donna look after us. And literally, it's one of the most historic cars ever, and I hope that 1A car keeps rolling around and never changes. Like, it has to look like that forever. It's so iconic. I think Torgerson is staying on board with that same deal. I'm not sure. There was rumour that he may be doing a series like High Limit or the Outlaws. But yeah, so we lost the original Outlaw. So yeah, it's pretty. I think I've got a Bobby Allen shirt here, boys. I should have wore it today. I'll have to dig it out and wear it next week. But it was one of my dad's, and it's full got glitter on it and shit. It's gangster. So I'll have to try to find that bad boy. So yeah, guys, the Outlaws are wrapping up 10 shows. The High Limit now, I think it's their grand final, maybe, or something, this weekend at Texas, or the 18th or 19th when we'll be at Plex. What the High Limit guys are doing really well now is they're focusing on the championship points of the teams, not the driver, because that's the incentives. You got to remember, this series was made by drivers who actively want to make the sport better. So these charter plans and finishing top 5, and now you can see, like we said last week, Rico Abreu has now joined Tony Stewart. They haven't added another team to the series, but Outlaws have lost one. So we might see some changing. I don't know. There was rumour Dason Percy was on the move as well out of the 13. Nothing locked in yet. The big swing of things has been Brad Sweet. You know, they've got Casey Kane running the Spanners, what they're going to do there. Jerry Selzy, what's his plan? Is he staying with Nos? Who knows? Like, Tyler Courtney's going to come back. What's he going to do? I guess to finish our America little segment is Ryan Newton's coming home. Finally, he's had the biggest season. It's literally like since J-Mac, started going over there. He's that next Australian doing their hard yard, staying away from home and getting that many laps in. It's crazy. Now, boys, from afar, what have you guys been seeing? And, what are your thoughts on him coming back home and giving him a red hot crack this season?
I think Tyron's right. I think watch out. I think the amount of laps he's done over there, I think his confidence is going to be sky high. The only thing is, I think a lot of the tracks he's ran on over there have been quite big in scale. So the little tracks down south might be a little bit tricky, but I think the amount of time he's been in the seat, he's going to pick it up real quick. And yeah, I think he's going to be dangerous this year. And I'd be surprised if he doesn't win at least 2 or 3 feature races in Australia while he's back.
Well, straight out of the gate, you reckon? Back in the seat, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
A1.
it's A1. Quick,
He's
just
got-
throwing it down. I mean, Binny threw that a few months ago, but straight A1 borderline. I'm telling you right now, it's James McFadden. He is a borderline king.
I know, but I have too much confidence in the fact that, like we said, he's done basically the J-Mac. He's gone over there for, I don't know, it's been 6 months?
I think it's been since late April.
He's been there for a while.
Yeah, so this isn't his first year, though. Remember, guys, he has been there. This is his 4th season going, but this is definitely the longest time and most experienced crew chief he's worked with, and he's been doing it all a lot. So I don't exactly know when he's racing yet, though. The schedule, you haven't seen anything like that. But whatever he's going to do, he's going to be competitive. So. It's just so cool to see the Aussie guys in America, even though Ian Madsen just come back from a broken neck and he's straight back in the seat, doing that podcast with that man, he lives and breathes racing. He sacrificed his life to racing. That's all he is, a race car driver, and he's straight in the seat, hard charging in the top 3, straight away, not messing around.
Full mad dog.
Yeah.
See, I want to see these drivers, these Aussies, go over there because it really puts Australia on the map. We're not here to stuff around. We've got good talent, and they're going over there. And you look at Ryan; he's really putting in the hard yards. He's putting 100% into it. That's what we're going to see. He's still young. He's motivated. He's showing that he's got the speed and he'll do whatever it takes. And that, to me, like, if you're looking at any of the big teams over in America, they'll look at him and think, he's a young prospect. He's going to be good. We'll see him soon.
I agree. And, like, hearing when he was on the high limit, you know, they were talking about his time in Perth Motorplex. Like, Chase Rodman knew about him. You know what I mean? And then raised him like, yeah, he's one of Australia's young guns. Like, he's the guy. And I really think running his same colour schemes and that, now residents, like, if you're on social media and you've seen the 66, like Ryan's car that you sent it to Toowoomba at Williams Grove, you go, holy shit, I've seen, like, even if you're not a big follower, you're like, that's the guy I sent it to Toowoomba. What's he doing over there? And then, you know, you can dive down a rabbit hole or, like, for me personally, like, I absolutely loved him just tearing it up with, you see him racing Brad Sweet. You see him racing, like, the other night was Donny Shots. And they're like, oh, Newton on the inside of Shots. And you're like, let's go. Like, that's cool. You know what I mean? So I can't wait till we come back and we do get that first show, which I don't know. I honestly don't think we're going to see all of Aussie's best until the Classic, which sucks. But at the one spot, that's when we'll see it, that's where the Classic, at the point, is starting to rise as, like, well, like, it's the Classic. I feel, because the sport is so separated at the moment, I feel.
The one other thing I like to see from Ryan as well is the way that he has literally done the whole season over there. Like, I know it kind of sucks for us. We don't see him at the start of the season here. But as in putting his name out there, he's doing the right thing and he's working hard. They've done the whole season. That costs a lot of money, but they put everything on the line for him. And I love that. And he's showing that he's willing to do it. He's willing to be out there. He's motivated. He's got it all going for him. And I can't wait to see when we're having this conversation in 5 years' time to see where he is.
I'm going to say 2 years. Honestly, like,
I'll tell you where he's going to be in 2 years.
I think it's going to be less and less we see him in Australia, but that's where you go to make a career. You've seen Ian Madsen. Like, if you listen to the pod I made with Ian Madsen, the sacrifices he made, he goes, yeah, man, I hadn't seen a Penrith Panthers game in like 15 years because I always left in February.
Not the worst.
You know no, but you know what I mean? Like, they're little things he never got to see and he didn't care or he did care, but like, I put his life to racing. That's what it is.
I also like is that he's not forgetting about us. He's not forgetting about us Australians. He's doing what he's doing. Like you said, he's kept the same car from Australia. That also shows, you know, I'm an Aussie. I'm here to play. But then he was coming back here for the season. You know, not saying anything like love J Mac. He's a good bloke. But there was a couple of times he didn't really race as much over here.
Yeah, but see, that's where, like, it's their break, mate.
It is.
They don't get one.
Yeah.
Like, this is where, like, you can't be hard on any Aussie, like, going and coming back because, mate, they're straight back on the road. Like, if you talk you're racing outlaws like J-Mac did, he didn't race the Australian title for that long because he had to go and get his outlaw car ready. He rode at Volusia.
And especially with, like, coming back, like, over there, I don't know if he might have been working from home or whatever, like, that sort of deal. But he's going to come back and go to work as well now. Like, they've got jobs to go back.
Maybe.
They've got jobs to go back to.
He raced 9 months a year, bro. Like, I'm sure he's a race car driver now, but...
like, but, like, somewhat, like, people on that crew wouldn't... I don't know. I obviously don't know them personally or anything, but, like, they probably have, like, jobs outside Speedway that they've got to go do that now. So Speedway needs to take maybe a month break just so they can wind down and just relax and get some sleep back or
it's
whatever.
It's the thing of, like...
And then he can come back and race in Perth, and then that's perfect.
like what AG said, like, you know, you've seen J-Mac barely race sometimes, or because it's their break, mate. J-Mac used to come and do World Series because guess what? It was a job for him. Race, do the series, win championships. Like, he's in the seat. Like, that's what his job was, race car driver. So, but anyway, besides that, guys, I think it's going to be really cool to see him back on the track here. Same as guys like Alex Addard and Ian Madsen again. After what Ian Madsen's gone through, and then he's straight back in. Like, he's coming back home to race. He ain't coming back here to look after his neck. So I hope they can get that going. Now, I don't know. Obviously, their plan would have been to race at Sydney a lot, Ian Madsen, as they were. Quick subject on that, Binny? So now it's official. Sounds like the Boldies are out, I think. The Drags have taken it back over.
Just quickly, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I just need to get a refill of drinks.
Sure. See you later, champion. Keep your camera on, doesn't matter, because they're going to set it up. So it sounds like, I can't clear my throat. Sounds like the Boldies are out. They didn't say that, but them not being the lease and now there's no sublease, that means they're out. You can read between the lines, say whatever you want. Now, they were supposed to have a show this Saturday night. The 11th of October was scheduled. High Tech Oils Sprintcar Super Series or whatever. All sound promising. Mitch had some plans by the looks of it. Now, on those messages at Facebook they put out, it says the Drags have it again. They're still trying to work on the best schedule they can. Mitch is still there.
Have you had a race yet?
No, not yet. No. They need to work with Speedway Australia to fix a few things around the facility. I don't know what they are exactly. But yeah, it's just a nice cloud of okay. Like
on a positive note, I feel like
there are positives here. I agree.
The way this like Sydney Dragway promotes their events, I think is really good, and the way they do their schedules and stuff like that. But the question really is, do they have the money to put into the track that the track needs?
Because they're Dragway, mate. They're not Speedway.
Like, and that's the thing. They're going to be prioritising the drags. But in saying that, a place that does it very well, and we've spoken about them a lot tonight, is Perth Motorplex. If they can make it work like the Perth Motorplex does and put big events on, line up with the Speedway or sort of follow on each week and stuff like that, it may work really well.
But it's like next weekend, it's Speedway, Drags, and Burnouts.
Oh, the Drags on too.
I'm pretty sure they used to do Powerpalooza was like the whole.
Yeah,
whole
it is.
point.
Yeah, because last year it wasn't because they were fixing the track while there.
Yeah,
Like
so
fixing
now
the
it's
drag strips.
now
Sick. Let's go.
Now it's so you're gonna have streetcars and whatever going down the drag strip. You're gonna be able to sit front row and listen to limiter bashing from some AU Falcons, basically.
Oh, no, there better be a chill cooker there.
And then and that's the best thing. That's the best thing that the Motorplex does with their season opener. They don't chuck you straight in. It's like Speedway, bang. It's Speedway, but if you get a little bit bored or like there's a class one you don't want, there's drags and there'll be eventually skids over the other side.
Yeah, but Tyron, they don't know what happened at once, so you got to pick. They're not running like 24/7 like this, bro. It's like stop over here, go and watch a drag run, come back, but that's two. Like,
well, no, a lot of the time they do go simultaneously.
I can't do that. I can't. I'm a man. I can only do one thing at a time. You can't do this to me.
Hey guys, just quickly.
Yes, AJ.
Oh, that was a nice crack, wasn't it?
Clearly wasn't good enough. It didn't need a kick.
Didn't need a kickstart. So yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, before we talk about the opener, we'll mix into a nice subject on one here. Binny, your shout. Top 3 liveries you have seen so far hit the track or about to.
Come on. Give me a second.
Quick.
So I've got Jocks. I like Jocks because it's just simple.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different to his last year car.
Yeah.
Number 2, I've just got to try and find the car, but it's a WA guy.
Is it a white car?
What colour is it?
Hang on. James Inglis's car.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's clean. Clean.
Oh, one of my picks.
And then I'm going with another WA car because I really like the car. It's got that sort of like Air Force sort of feel to it, like American Air Force. And that's Cal's car.
Oh, I could have put my left nut on that one. Hey?
Yeah, number 3.
Yeah, look at it. Number 3 in his knuckle, bro. All right, AG. Give me your top 3 you've seen so far this season.
And my
That's
number one favourite livery this year so far is JD Dak.
It's pretty good. I do rate that.
Yeah.
It's fresh. Not.
Yeah.
I do feel like it's an upgrade from last year's. It's like a bit
Nah,
more.
the pink was the shit.
Yeah.
It still is pink, bro. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah,
That's
Have
he's
you
what I
looked at
mean.
it? You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And what's number
But
two?
the pink.
I'm on board. Second, same as last year, but I just love livery. Stephen Loader, flip side livery. I just love
You
the
do love
colour.
that. You do
Oh,
love that. Yeah.
it's good.
Tyron,
It is.
wait
And
your
then
turn.
Number three would have to be. I just like Dry Corvus livery. I can't go
yeah.
red and
It
white.
is. It's the same. It's the same, but good. I agree.
Roll the way the cash rolls mix into it, it's good. But yeah, JD Dak Attack Motorsports, I'm on board.
All right. I just tried to play the ad there. Eliminator, there's a plug for you. All right, Tyron, give us your top three.
No particular order because I really couldn't choose. I've always loved Brock Hallett's car.
Yeah, still the same.
Or
Okay, yeah.
he just keeps it simple, keeps it nice. One you probably haven't seen yet is Cody Nash's Limited.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah.
It's clean. Gets me going. And then, like, I could name like everyone you just named, but I'm just gonna say Cow's car.
It's pretty
Like
good.
Cow, it's different from last year. It's something a bit new. I don't know. I seen him as well putting they were just putting the motor in it. I think today or yesterday it was on one of their stories. And even with half the body on, you're like, "Oh, that's a race car."
Yeah, it looks pretty nice, doesn't it? I agree. For me,
But
this
Dak Attack gets an honourable mention.
Dak Attack.
You can't. I can't not go past the Dak.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Off the top of my head right now, just thinking, in my top three is Lockie McHugh's. Love it. Something about it. It's they got the white back through it, the blue, sort of going back to when he started at SRV or before they were SRV. You know, when he won the classic, the blue, black, and white style. I love it. I love the Cricky car. I just love it. The red. It's it's just a race
Iconic.
car. Yeah, and
Iconic.
I'm a fan of cars keeping their look for a few years, like your Steve Kinsey, your Sammy Swindells, Brazy back in the day, Gary Rush in the day, Brooker Shell Healy. I'm just an old school fan like that. I love that consistency of like, hey, that's his brand, you know. So I love the Cricky car. Haven't seen it yet, like only just on the pictures. And my other one was what's his name? Oh, Harry Stewart's. Queensland, the Titan one. Orange and white and black. If you haven't seen it, have a look at that. That is a well-presented race car. Harry Stewart's is up there for me. So they're my top three at the moment. I could have Cows in there. I could have Jai Corbett's, like you said. But
Actually, another one. I do like Michael. Sorry, it's probably a rough time to mention it. Michael Stewart's car, I did really like that.
Michael Stewart's car is good. Yes, that was good.
And he's representing because he's got an RC brand on the side.
Does he? Only you would know.
He
that.
does.
Playing with toys.
Like, I seen Losi on the side, and I said,
Oh, yeah, that's his
I like
top
that
wing,
guy.
isn't it? The full top wing.
Yeah.
Just a quick thing. Michael Stewart, my shirt arrived today. Looks awesome.
Oh, where is it?
It's
I
at the other hand. It's at the other
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm waiting on mine still. I'm honestly frothing. I'm gonna if they're here for the Motorplex, they're getting worn at the Motorplex.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at you guys.
Awesome.
Hey? All right. So, yeah. And remember, guys, go to bowhardracing.com if you want to support Michael. All the merchandise is going towards his recovery. He did put a Facebook video out the other day. He is at home. Didn't look like he was in a bit of a brace. It looks like the recovery will just be let them do their own thing. So, if you look at the schedule for Bowhard Racing, he would either be back Adelaide 500 to defend the title there, or their schedule was wait another 4 weeks and do the Speed Week system. So that's I think it's going to be hard for them not to go to Adelaide, you know, pushing that injury, but as long as he's all right.
I was going to say, though, whoever's on his crew, Bowhard Racing crew, doing the shipments, I'll get that within a week. So whoever's doing it, heads off to you because you're doing an amazing job.
Are you trying to say that, like, whenever I've sent merch, it's shit or something? Like I'm
Yeah,
delayed?
well,
or
you
something?
sent my address, so
To be fair,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
still
I
waiting
did
for
too.
my
I
code,
said,
man.
I said it to yeah. You. Oh, yeah, I sent your hat, bro. Relax. You live like in Papua
Where
New
is
Guinea or
it?
something. Like Papua New Guinea. That's how far away you are. It might as well be. Like
Don't make me laugh. I'll cough.
No, Papua New Guinea's close.
probably. Oh, I'll rather go to a Papua New Guinea rugby league game than Perth Bears. Well, you know what I
Hey,
mean?
the flights are cheaper. The flights would be cheaper.
What am I flying to? Get half eaten or something? Like far out.
If you're all talking about rugby games, Tommy Leask over in Perth, he knows how to play rugby.
He's retired. Let him go. Let him go in the pastures. All right.
Wait, didn't he lose his grand final?
Shh. Don't talk about Tommy.
Oh, don't talk about Luke like that, bro. Come on, bro.
The legend.
Oh.
Yeah, come on. Roast beef, gravy rolls, and Tommy Leask is AG.
Before we get sorry, before we I can't.
What about that video, mate, boys? You see that on the Instagram? I had to put that up. You know why I put that up? It was a stitch up, but people were like, "Oh yeah, like he's been around code red racing for a bit." This bloke. Oh, hang on, what's Jordan? What do you want there? The donuts or the?
Wait, there's
yeah,
nothing
I'm a
better
bit of a
than a
gravy
roast beef
roll
and gravy.
myself. Yeah.
That was the worst thing you could have done. And that was back when I had my long mullet as well, which I
Mate,
really
you looked like a rock star. And even that, whatever that shirt, jacket shit you had on that I had to cover up because it was atrocious, I took the shirt off my back for you for that.
Wait, I've still got it. Right here.
What?
Oh, get it away.
All right,
That
boys.
thing has not been
Another quick segment. All right, we did talk about this last season a bit, Binny, but some of the boys are in here. Top Speedway menu food you've ever had, go. Where and when? One option you have. Only one. Tyron, you're first.
easy. The hot donuts from the Perth Motorplex. The hot cinnamon donuts.
Well, you've been nowhere else but the Plex, for God's sakes. Good guess that.
No, but hot cinnamon donuts at the Speedway in general. You just sit there, it warms you on a cold night at the Speedway, and they're just good. You can bang back a pack of 12 with them, no problem.
I don't think Tyron should vote.
You have-
I don't think he's been to any other speedway but the Perth Motorplex.
Yeah, but that's his choice, bro.
actually,
That's his choice.
Whichever one, because I was only like 10 or 11. Whichever one. What's up, brother?
They cannot stop me.
Oh, mini me.
No, well, AG keeps him cutting off on this screen, but every time he puts his finger up, he's like, there he goes. There he goes. Like, we're not umpiring. Can we go to the go to the umpire's call?
Teach.
All right,
Teach up
Tyron
15.
says the donuts. AG, what is yours?
Oh, probably the steak gravy steaks, the beef and gravy rolls at the Warrnambool at Premier Speedway. That's the one right there. The beef gravy.
I don't know. I've had one. They weren't that good. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
You can tell why he likes them.
Mm.
I don't like that
shout?
ever again.
Reminds me of your mother.
I'm gonna go the chicken burger at Bunbury.
How good was that burger?
That burger was
Unbelievable.
a cracker.
Is
What
it
about the
because
sausage roll there? How was that? I got that on video.
What-
You guys have had a chance to eat a Bunbury?
I could have a stitch up in company. What, was the Bunbury burger that good because we'd ate Mad Max 7 days in a row?
Wait.
Oh,
No, it
yeah.
wasn't that next. It was GYG.
Your-
that's right.
Would be cooked.
No, breakfast burritos. It was beautiful.
It was.
No.
Yeah, come back 10 kilos heavier.
I
Thank
can't,
you.
honestly, Bunbury, I've never actually had the chance to eat there.
Why? Because
we're always-
hard. You're working so hard. Yeah, Tyron.
Yeah.
Yeah, working so
That, and
hard.
shout out to Sharpie's mum. She puts on killer beef and gravy rolls at the end of the race, and you don't want to eat anything beforehand because you just want to plow them back.
You can't help yourself but talking about other blokes' mums. Relax, mate. Honestly.
Whoa!
AG, you've had your finger up for 10 minutes. What?
Yes. I scrap Warrnambool. Hamilton Speedway steak sandwiches on another level. I just remembered. It was the best steak sandwich I've ever had. Hamilton
Jesus.
Speedway. Might be in the middle of nowhere, but I'll tell you what, their
Oi.
steak
Hey, someone put Timmy back in his wheelchair.
What does that even mean? Just because he likes a fucking steak sandwich, he goes in a wheelchair? What is
He went
that?
on.
Are you even tall enough to go on the roller coasters, mate? Relax.
It's all about you. We figured this out at Perth.
No, you're not. I'm
Yeah.
5 foot. I'm 5 foot something. You're 5 foot nothing, mate. All right.
No matter which speedway you go to, you can't go wrong with a Dagwood dog. You cannot go wrong with a Dagwood dog.
A downward dog. Is that what he
Unless
said? Is that what he said, Vinny? A downward dog.
Dagwood dog. Unless you're speeding up, you can probably eat 5 in one sitting.
Well, anyway, we'll get to mine. I honestly am going
That's
to say
outrageous.
that I've punched blokes in the mouth for less than that.
Well, come on, look back in line here. Back in line.
The best food I've had at a speedway. Binny's vaping on the side, 100%. Best I've had is they all just did. Look at them, Wildcats.
I'm trying to die because every time I laugh, I have a coughing fit.
Toowoomba chicken pizza. Love it.
Oh,
Absolutely love
yeah.
it. All about it. So yeah. All right, boys. We'll
No, what I was going to say is he went on such a rant. He sounded like Timmy when he's in the wheelchair, just going, Timmy, Timmy, Timmy.
No, he
So he
didn't.
killed it.
He was
Yeah.
talking about steak
100%.
sandwiches.
Yeah, but he was that excited and that like this to it. I
Yeah, look-
just immediately thought Timmy.
Tyron, tell someone.
Anyway, I was too busy dying.
Yeah, I like it, AJ. You stand tall.
Yeah, tell someone
You
who
go.
cares, Tyron.
You go,
With
You-
your
All
Wait.
right, boys, let's back on track. Maddington Toyota Sprintcar Series in just over a week and a half. Binny and I are getting on the big bird, flying over. Tyron will be there. The boys going to be on the ground. I can't wait. First hit out for the year. Real quick, boys. I don't want to talk about it. We know how great, not saying it in a bad way, we know how great they're doing with their media and their series. It's the biggest series in the country. But who is your top three night one? Go. That's how quick we got to be. Remember last year, Ryan Newton won from the East Coast. It was a wild night, hooked up, quick time, track records in qualifying. AG, what's your shout?
Who's going over there?
Bubby's mum.
Is anyone going over there?
I don't think any East Coast invaders. Maybe if Michael Pickens is there with Curran, but I haven't heard anything of that. He did set the track record there last year and was pretty competitive early on.
All right, first place, Jason Pride. Going something rough. I feel like he's just going to be on. He's going to do it. Second, Cal. Third, King Shot.
That is like, you can't just go,
you can't start out that rough and then just go the
hey,
softest.
Pridey's not that rough. He's done a lot of laps there, and he can be at the pointy end.
Yeah.
When the
What
night's
is he
on.
win? JP
Right,
and
Binny,
I'm on
Binny,
board.
go.
Golding,
Ooh.
King Shot, Kendrick.
Golding?
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
say Golding?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you even know who that is, Code?
Yeah, I thought that was, isn't that Manda's car now?
Nah, Manders isn't in that car anymore. I'm pretty
I thought
sure.
he was doing the 71, wasn't he, Binny?
No, yeah, he
No,
is. So yeah, so he's out of the car. Can't remember the last one he was in last year, but he's in the Golding car. But Golding's got
Oh, he's
He'd
got
have two
two
cars.
cars. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Golding. All right, Binny. So Golding, who else was it? I was thrown off because I thought you were saying Manders.
Golding, King Shot, Kendrick.
Kendrick, back on it. Let's hope they
Yeah.
have a big season. Big bounce back. Tyrone, your shout?
I'm gonna go Inglis,
Ooh, yeah, nice.
and then Cow, because you're silly not to chop Cow in the top three. And I'm gonna go for another roughie. I'm gonna say Dak just comes out night one and says, "Boys, I'm here this year."
Back attack.
Dak attack, fair enough.
Yeah.
My picks are, boys, are going to be real simple here. Daniel Harding will win night one. Last year, had it set, got into trouble.
Yeah.
I think when the track's hooked up like that, Daniel Harding can put a lap down and be competitive. Like if he wasn't, he didn't crash last year. I don't even know if Newton was going to catch him. Kendricks are in hot form. When I say hot form, yes, they didn't have the best Darwin, but they're racing. They've worked as a team a few nights. You know,
Yeah.
they're coming back. You know, they're going back-to-back championships. We're going for 3. He's going to be my top 3. And then I will say, I'm going to say Brad Mayolo.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay,
I like that.
That's my top 3. You could put them all in a shuffle as a top 5 bunch. Put Cal in there, obviously, fast around the plex. And then I do think, the man behind that all is Manders. Or, I think that is your hardcore top 5 there on night 1.
No
But again,
Kingshot?
it's not a, he's Cricky Car.
Okay, you asked for top 3. We didn't ask for top 5, mate.
Yeah, you said this had to be quick.
I was just dribbling.
Three.
I was just,
I got a question.
AJ.
How many contenders do you reckon there will be for the series?
Series?
Yeah.
With how much they are travelling this year, with Alberti, Kalgoorlie, Geraldton, I'm like fair income contenders. Yeah, I'm going to say.
It's so hard because they can all be turned
3.
on.
3.
Because you got to think about all the high limit shows, man. Like, you don't make a feature in high limit, you're done. Like, the
You're
series
in
is
trouble.
over.
Yeah.
And I definitely know Kingshot and Williamson will be making those features.
Is there any American drivers doing the Maddington Toyota
No.
Series?
No, the earliest one coming is Whittle on the 6th at the WA title.
Yeah.
J-Mac's not doing it. So you got to add those guys plus J-Mac running these weekly shows. That's another car these guys have to compete to try and win a series against in points. So honestly, you look at. I can't really give you names, but you look at last year's high limit features and how many series drivers actually made features. It wasn't many.
Is that because J-Mac's coming over or doing a bit more travelling compared to the rest?
I don't think they're running the series. Maybe
Yeah,
he leaves early before, like, I don't know, but I know they're not signed up to doing it commitment wise. But yeah, I would say you got to look at that. I think my guy who's going to be higher in the points this year will be Jack Williamson. He's a guy I reckon really this year will be a lot higher in the points. Like, you can see the commitment. Him and the family are just trying to do laps at Toowoomba, as well in the Tulloch car. I do think Jack's going to really have I don't know if he made every feature in high limit, but he was around. He was in 2 out of the 3, Binny.
Yeah.
He did a few top 5s in like qualifying and stuff as
like
well. He was right up there for a few.
Like, just things go right early on the season. I think he push it. I don't know how he's going to go at these other tracks, but I think him coming to Toowoomba and seeing other tracks, I think he'll be ready just to go. But Mr. Consistency in that series besides Kingshot is Taylor Millie. He is just consistent. Priolo, if he finds some luck, for God's sakes, the poor
Tell me
bugger,
about it.
he just needs the luck, and he's a top 5 car at the Plex, or like he's making the high limit shows. Like, Priolo's a car that's going to be good at those other tracks consistently.
That, like, say, Kingshot, JD Dack and all that, coming over, doing chariots and all that, do you reckon that helps them or gives them an advantage?
Big time.
The
You
series?
see, you can. Well, they're not going to race nothing
But
like
the Dak-
Darwin at all.
But the other
Like,
thing is, like,
honestly.
those drivers have all done that before.
Yeah, but
Like it's not. You could say it is, but they've done it before and come back and had rough weeks.
Yeah.
And rough, like, it's too hard to say. Like, even with Ryan, we could say it with Ryan. It's too hard to go, oh yeah, he's done the last 3 months of racing. He's going to come back and be spectacular. You never know till he's back home.
yeah, 100%.
When you're not in that flow, like Ryan's the last few months been in a flow of, all right, I'm racing pretty much every weekend. Like, now it's like, oh, I'm racing this week, and then it's another week or two until the next one.
100% agree. But Binny, what do you like with these? What you've seen, and you've been on the ground, like Tyron has, but you've been involved with the Sharp and the speed car stuff.
Yeah.
But with what we did, Binny, and being around the drivers and the teams around that time, going from Bunbury to Perlex, Bunbury is a different ball game to the Plex, but it still was the same teams at the pointy end. So, and that's just the cream rises to the top, unfortunately. And that's just, well, not a bad thing, but, I don't think the top 5 will change from last year.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think the top 5 will change.
Order, yes, could, definitely. But I don't think the top 5 will change in the series points because they race at the Plex too much.
It's 80% of the races. Or 90%.
It's not like we're going 2 races at Toowoomba, 2 at Avalon, 2 here, so versatile. You can't tell me that the point series is going to change that much unless someone has the worst luck ever or the worst high limit. You got to look how hard Cricky's high limit weekend was, Kingshot. They did not have an easy weekend. He got junked in some some features, and even he said, he goes, I wish we could not focus on the series and just be 100% like the Americans are.
Yeah.
He goes, I could have passed Brad Sweet. I threw a hectic slider, hit the wall, knocked the Jacobs out, rolled over the line, ran 5th instead of 4th. So then someone cow game points on me. But Brad Sweet don't give a shit about my series. But I don't know. I can see when they race it for $100,000, but then in the back of your head, you're going to go, finish the feature. He's right there. $100,000. Glory. Everything's right there. Everything. I'm about to slide Kyle Larson, Rico Avery. You're not going to be making 200 points. You're going to go, fucking let's go. I want it.
Right, Bria.
Yada, yada, yada. Like that. And then you go, up the Warren Kappa. Up there. The right rear. Oh, the Warren Kappa. In the air. Up the fence.
We need to get Kins a cartilage on him.
Kins. Yada, yada.
Oh.
He loves to travel, that bloke. All right, guys. So, like I said, a bit quiet this weekend. 360s are on at Maryborough. It's sort of a quiet weekend before it's non-stop. It's going to be so. All right, guys. I know you guys are juiced about this, and I will, tune in and out with just my old school, but it's a quiet weekend because it's a big weekend for the rest of Australian motorsport. Bathurst 1000, hey? Boys, you guys absolutely love it. I do normally put a bit of a dabble on it, just because I like watching the last 10 laps, but you just follow the favourites, let's be real. Now, guys, Bathurst 1000, as I know, is very different. You got your 2 drivers swapping cars. I think that's so cool. Just AG, you can lead with this. You're a diehard supercar guy. Have a lead with it and have some fun with it because, I'm just sitting here listening and learning just as much about supercars like you. Not Tyron again. There you go.
All right, so we got Bathurst 1000 this weekend. It's going to be good. Obviously, at the moment, with the way the parity is, I think they're pretty much level-headed. We've got some really good drivers coming into it. We've got Brody Kostecki, Todd Hazelwood that have just come off the win at the Bend, and they've done unreal. You've got Brock Feeney and Jamie Whincup. Obviously, they didn't have the best run last Enduro, but you can never count them out. And there's just so many other drivers that have really good co-drivers and main sport drivers. And this is the thing. Bathurst, you can never predict it. You don't know what you're going to get. The mountain choose who wants to win the race. You don't choose. And that's just how it is. And honestly, it's just a weekend for everyone. It's the race that stops the nation, as they say. And it's for anyone to win.
Yeah, I think Brock Feeney and Jamie Whincup are going to be out for redemption this weekend. That was unlike Red Bull that weekend. They had dramas from qualifying at the Bend. I think they're going to be really hard to beat. I think Brody Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood are going to be really strong, just coming off their form from the Bend as well as last year's Enduros. And Todd Hazelwood's basically been jumping in the car of anything he can to keep his laps going. I think out of the youngsters, I think Job Stewart and Cooper Murray, I think they're going to have a good weekend. I think they'll get a top 10. I think they're probably going to be the sort of two youngsters that have a really good weekend. But I tell you what, the DJR boys, like Will Davison and Brody, I said Brody and Todd are going to have a good weekend, but man, we need to have Davison back up there in the top 10. It's just good for the sport to have them up there. And yeah, see how the story of Will Brown versus Ryan Wood continues.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be like every Bathurst weekend is just if you're not working, you're not doing anything, you sit down watching Bathurst. It's a spectacle. It's for like results, it's too hard. Like with now this Ford, the parody they've just done to try and bring the cars closer, you could honestly throw a blanket at someone and that's probably who's going to win. Like, I reckon, especially after, like, we're talking about the last Enduro, but even the last year's Bathurst when Whincup and Feeney went out on lap 1. Like,
yeah, didn't they, AG? You talked about that last year. They sort of stopped that from happening.
Yeah,
Is that right?
What was last year is they took the rule out that there was no co-driver. So the main driver had to start the race. And what the issue happened was everyone was on the same strategy and it kind of dulled the race down because everyone was pitting at the same time. There's no different strategy. Everyone was the same.
yeah.
This year, they've reversed it and they've gone back to co-drivers can start the race from your or anyone can start the race.
It's just, there's no rule.
There's no rule.
No, it's back to strategy.
A co-driver can start. And not just that, they've also changed the safety car rule, which I think is a big step in the right direction. They changed it back to what it originally was.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, so what it was for this year was as soon as there was a safety car, you had 10 seconds until they count down. As soon as you hit 0, you had to have your speed limiter set to 80 k's an hour. Everyone went around at 80 k's an hour. Now that's changed. You've got your right to go whatever speed you need to do up until a double yellow of where the accident is. As soon as you hit the double yellow, you've got to slow down to a speed that's necessary or you think is safe. You go through that double yellow area and then you're back to whatever speed supercars say that you're allowed to go under a safety car until you catch the queue.
They basically put it to like what a VSC is in Formula One. Like you had a delta to meet. And it just didn't work. Well, we've seen it straight away. It didn't work.
No. So what the issue was happening was people were slowing down right at the last minute. Then other people were slowing down earlier. And what happened at Tailem Bend in practice was that Jamie Whincup was in the car, Scott Pye was in the car, the two co-drivers, and there was a safety car. Well, what they do is in a practice session now, they'll bring out the VSC, which is the speed limiter if something happens on track. Mm-hmm. What happened was Scott Pye broke right on the line to get the 80 k an hour. Jamie Whincup misjudged the line and ran into the back of his teammate, ridden off two cars, just like that. And that's what the issue is. If you've got a crash on Conrod Straight, longest straight in supercars, people are doing 250, 300 kilometers an hour, and the line's in the middle of that straight. You've got someone slowing down earlier to maybe not double stack in the pits. And then you've got a car behind who wants to get all the way to that line as quick as they can so they can get in quicker and lose, less time to the car in front. Bang, there's a collision. And at 300 k an hour to 80 k an hour, it's not going to be pretty.
It's brutal.
Around Bathurst. So that's why they've changed it back to the original, which I think is a step in the right direction. And it's made it shape up to be a better Bathurst 1000. Last year, there was only one safety car in the whole 161 laps. And I love supercars, always have. I've grown up with it. That's been my sport forever. But last year was an absolute snooze fest, and it just did not work. Where this year, they've gone back to the original rules they used to have, and I'm really excited because I think it's going to ramp up to be a really good Bathurst 1000.
But, you don't, you want safety cars, but you don't want the carnage.
No,
exactly. You know what I mean? How do you can't say, how do you...
Well, no, that's where going back to this old safety car rule, I think when we say we don't want carnage, we don't want carnage under the safety car. If it's going to happen during the race, it's going to happen. But don't have cars getting taken out on a during the safety car because they're trying to gain advantages or like what George has been saying, they're trying to manipulate the safety car.
Well, I think
otherwise
we end up
instead of manipulating we're genuinely going to end up having like what Fabian did. I don't even know how many years ago when Fabian just held up the whole pack down Conrod.
Yeah.
And let Scotty just cruise in easily, bang.
Yeah. I think all
I think
the
that
rules
I think that ended up getting taken off them anyway because they found engine cheating.
But all the rules they've implemented back to the original is a step in the right direction. Because under the 80Ks, like Bathurst is a long track. I think it's 5 kilometers long. It's about 2 minutes 20 during race time, a lap. Imagine doing 80Ks around that track.
Oh, no thanks.
It loses the strategy because you're sitting on 80Ks now. You're all coming out the same spot. Where now you can go as fast as you need to in a normal safety car zone, but as soon as you hit the double yellows, you got to slow down for that spot. So if you're in front of that double yellow when the safety car comes out, you're on. If you're not, you lose time. But that's where the strategy gets involved, and that's where it jumbles it up, which is you want to see. That's exactly what you want to see. If there's a car in front of it and that, you get that mix-up. You get that excitement of, oh, shit, that car's now gone from 5th to 16th. They're going to make their way back through. That excites people. They're like, all right, let's watch this car and see what they do in the next, stint before they have to pit again. See what they can make up. See what strategy they have to go on. It just changes everything. And it's really good when you've got one car pitting 20 laps early or, 10 laps early compared to the other car, because then it comes down to when that second car pits, where are they going to come out? Are they going to come out in front? Are they going to come out behind? What's the gap going to be? What's it going to be? They've got 10 lap newer tyres. Are they going to catch them? And that's what keeps people excited, because you're like, is this person going to catch this person? Like,
agree.
Hey, you know what I mean? You're there like, it's on. In 10 laps time, say, you're on lap 100, 150. You got 10 laps to go. This person might have 10 lap newer tyres, and it's a 10-second gap. Will they close that in time for the last lap? Will they win it? And that's when people, they're like watching it intensely, They're there like, are they going to get it? Are they going to beat him? And that's what you want to see out of Bathurst 1000.
This bloke's excitement about supercars is next level. Like Binny's like, I can see Binny over there is like locked and loaded, like I'm ready to tell you who's going to win and got all my data, and you're just like, will they? It's like you're trying to win me over. Look, bro, I'll watch the last 10 laps. I love you, but that's about it. Maybe qualifying because I might put a punt on it, but no, I do. From what you're saying, from what you've said, it does feel like they tried to change things because it's like they were bored at their job. And then they realised it didn't work, and now we're back to the good stuff. So let's tie that into Binny. What are your Bathurst predictions? Who's winning it and why?
Yeah, I'm going Cam Waters and Moff. Is it Moff in the? Yeah.
Moff.
Mark Winterbottom.
Oh yeah, so Mark Winterbottom. So two guys that have been around the sport for ages. Waters has had terrible luck around that mountain. And I think he's due for a weekend where he just sort of dominates. I think they'll take pole and win it from pole as well. So
he has had the last few good Bathursts, like put himself in good positions, to win it, and then just stuff's happened.
He's had something like 3 or 4 second places.
Yeah, that monster car's always been near the front at Bathurst the last few years.
Yeah.
AG, pick winner. Why?
All right, so I've actually got a top 3 sorted, but I'll just say my winner.
Just pick your winner.
Brody Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood. Look,
I was going to say you're going to pick him, eh? He was washed out.
I know at Erebus, but this year at Dick Johnson Racing, what actually makes me think them is actually because of Todd Hazelwood, not so much Brody Kostecki. The way Todd Hazelwood, like I was at Taylor Bend, I watched it live in front of my eyes. The way Taylor Bend, far out. The way Todd Hazelwood went from, he had a really bad start, and I'm going back to the way he went through those top 4 and then got to Jamie, and the way he passed him makes me think he's in form. And not just that, he's been doing the most racing out of any other co-driver. He's been doing the Trans Am series, if you know what that is. They go, they follow the supercars around. They do some other series themselves. He's been doing a lot of that. He's been doing time attack. He's been in the car. He's been getting racing time in different cars, and he's showing that he's willing to put down, and he's pumped. And I'm keen for them to win. I'm a Ford man. Yes, I'm biased. I'll put my hand up to it. I want Ford to win. I don't like Chev, but I've got a feeling that it's Brody Kostecki's year again with Todd Hazelwood. They're going to go back to back.
Chico Roll car. Didn't they win the Chico Roll car last year?
Yeah, they're in Shell.
Okay, Shell. Alrighty, Tyron, who's your winner?
Feeney Whincup. Easy.
Really? You going that
Like,
easy, just Red Bull guy?
Yeah,
Come on,
like,
it's Bathurst, bro.
If I could, like, for the sake of momentum in the championship and all that, I think Feeney needs to. Like, I don't. I just he
Isn't
needs.
yeah, but the playoffs is different now. Like,
But then
this is a race they can have a red or black at now. I feel like send it.
But my roughie, and it's only because he's won it before, and I feel like he can always just pull something out of his rear end. Is Chaz, and I can't remember the name of who he's. Yeah, Chaz and Fabian, like it's a pretty good combo. Like Chaz has won around there. Fabian's done really well around Bathurst. They'd be my roughie, but I'm biased. I want Win Cup and Feeney to win.
I will put money right now.
Oh, wait a second. Here we go.
We're starting the punt already. It's only Tuesday, boys.
I'll put money on it right now that Jamie Whincup puts in the wall at the cutting.
All right, boys. Well, my pick is Marcus Ambrose and Mark Scaife. All right, good on you, boys. And then the top three will be Lounsey and
But that's another rough.
Grant Denya's still going around. Is Denya still around? Does he ever go?
Wait, I rate that. Lounsey, it's his last ever Bathurst.
Oh, is he actually racing?
Yeah.
Oh, Lounsey, come on, let's go. Lounsey.
He races the super cheap car, and he always brings up like a junior development driver.
Give him back the 888. Give him back the 888.
What's in 888? That's his number.
Lounsey, what's he paying on Sportsbet? Get me in it.
Pull it up because I'm interested.
I'm going to put the mortgage on it. All right, here we go. Bathurst, 1,000. Oh, shit, he's not at the top. This is not good. How far down is he? Oh,
He'd be down there.
Where is he? Is he the first driver?
Yeah, he would be.
You can't pick him. He's that far off the fucking odds. Are you serious? Tander's up there. Winterbottom.
I'll be back in a second. Zach really needs to go to the toilet. I'll be back.
Oh, no, Lounsey. $51, boys.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Put
tip.
a 20 on it. Chuck a 20 on it. It'd be rude not to.
Who's he with? Z Bates, whoever that is.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I only seen like the headline. I'm pretty sure that guy, unfortunately, I think his mum passed away recently or sometime this year. So
Cam Munster vibes. Let's go.
Nah, but that's what I mean. Like that's motivation. I'm racing with Lounsey and I'm doing it for mum.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
888 for mum. All right, Binny. Did you catch up on your F1 yet?
Oh.
Yeah, I've caught up on a little bit.
All right, now this is Binny's topic. He can start before Tyron feels heated. Binny, just give us. AJ was here last week, but you absolutely love this shit, and I do love it more than supercars. I'm not gonna lie. I love the qualifying aspect. We talked about qualifying early on. I do get why you guys like the qualifying. That's cool how they do that. So, how's my man Oscar? Is he holding on or he's fallen?
Yeah, so at the moment, Oscar's still in the championship lead.
Ooh, that's what I like to hear.
He's had a couple of, not your usual McLaren weekends as the 2025 season's been. So finished fourth over the weekend.
Yep.
George Russell actually took out the weekend and looked absolutely rapid out in front. He pulled out something like a 12-second lead over Max. In the middle part of the race. So that's impressive to pull out a lead over Max and the two McLaren cars of that sort of extent. But we saw that last year. I think it was Lando that took the lead and pulled out a gap to like 18 seconds before the first pit stops.
Yeah, right.
So Max ended up finishing second, really held on to that second place with Lando right behind him pretty much the last 15, 20 laps. Other than that, it was sort of a pretty tame race, except for the little bit of controversy on lap one with the McLaren cars and one Max Verstappen.
Which seems to be the story of the season.
Yeah, so I'll pass it over to Tyron because I feel like he's got more of an opinion on this than me. I think it's a little bit of, I don't think you can put judgment on it till you see sort of both the drivers sort of on boards and seeing what they're seeing.
Is this clip on YouTube or somewhere I can watch it while he's discussing? And I would
It'd
just
be
have
on
a,
TikTok or something already.
I will have a outside opinion.
What's
of
it? Is this Lando accident? Lando Oscar hit? I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right,
I
Tyron,
watched.
you tell us what your vibe is of it.
So I watched the whole race live. It was, as always, build up, blah blah blah. Lap one, Oscar's trying to do probably the right team thing and not pinch his teammate off and smack him across his front wing and take out a team's driver. Lando decides, you're not important and I want to win this championship no matter what. He basically, people have been criticising him all year for not taking or being aggressive enough on race starts and into turn one and stuff like that.
He had a good get it out of the way, brother. Like top bump there.
So he went in too hot. Everyone said he hit Max. It looked like the smallest of touches, and that's what I'm saying. You have basically the only evidence of him hitting Max is the damaged end plate. That he then, which is controversial, but I'll get to it.
So what does that mean, guys, in a person who's not in the sport? Like if you hit him there, what does that mean?
Basically, he's just gone in too hot. He's got a bit overzealous.
I'll tell you right now, watching that, he hasn't gone in hot. He said, I'm passing Oscar.
Yeah, it's no different.
Oscar straight away was on the radio and saying, is that how we're playing this? That's not fair. Like, you're talking this papaya rules bullshit. And then that.
Well, he's leading the championship. So, like, shouldn't you be the
basically, yeah. So, basically, he's gone in too hot. And all I've seen it is he's given him a slight tap and using an excuse to go, oh, look, there's Oscar. Bang. Quick little tap, try and feed him into a wall.
Do you honestly that hit? He ain't.
Nah,
AJ, you reckon he's trying to put him in the wall?
So I'll put in my 2 cents here. Honestly, I agree with Tyron and everything he's saying. I think
what's new?
This is what I look back to. I look back to Monza. Lando has a slow pit stop. Oscar has a good pit stop.
That was wild. That was not cool at all.
That
was wild.
And then you have this happen where I feel like, in my opinion, yes, okay, I'm Australian. I might be biased. I don't care. I do not care. Look, if that was Lando on the outside that hit Oscar,
they would be freaking out.
Exactly right. It would have been.
They would be. But do you remember?
F1 is a British organisation. British commentators. That's what I'm also over. The commentators are doing my head in. Martin Brundle and Crofty. Look, they know how to
Crofty's not too bad. Martin Brundle, he just...
Yeah. Look, they know how to call a race. I won't put it past
for the
them,
British drivers.
But their biasness is under... Oh, there's nothing in that. There's nothing in that. I bet if it was reversed, they would have been like, why isn't that changed? Why isn't that changed?
I have seen over the last few weeks, all three of you in any chats or whatever we're in, you have said, like, can they talk about someone that's not British? Or can they, like, when you're just watching the race, all right, being smart ass.
The thing is,
2 cents in.
it's every weekend. Oscar was winning races, and they're showing, like,
the battle for fifth.
One of the British, they're showing the British driver that's 10 seconds in front of third place crossing the line.
And the same thing,
mate. That's just purely ratings, mate.
It's
Binny, you know it. Like, Binny, you've been and travelled. Like, is F1 that big in England? I don't know. Like, is it that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Would the majority? Can one of you Google now? What country watches F1 the most or something? Yeah, but Europe. But you guys have been pretty direct.
I reckon America
and said British.
would be up there.
No, America probably isn't that
good.
You have said
I don't know.
British.
While you're doing that, I just want to touch on one thing. That's another. This is the whole British England bias thing. 2023, Magnussen suffered the exact same damage to the front wing, just a slightly bent end plate. And he was black and orange flag. You need to come in, change the front wing.
Nah, see, I would question that for one reason.
No, hold on.
Look, I'm all for Oscar, yeah, but with Magnussen's back then, that thing was loose. You could see it flapping. Oscar's didn't flap at all.
No, Lando's, you could see it coming down the straight. It would do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's not flapping.
No, but it's still a day. You can't. I don't care if it's flapping or not. All it takes is one nick to a sidewall, him getting too close, and that's off. And it's debris on the track.
Yeah, but that's like any front wing.
That is.
You hit a wall with any of the front wings, their parts are going to come off.
No, what I'm saying is it's now more likely to fall off from getting, because he can't go as close as he would if it's normal. It's what I'm trying to say is they're basically not. It seems like the FIA and McLaren have made their mind up on who's winning this championship, and that person keeps bottling it.
Look at Binny. He's like,
boys.
Hey, Tyron, can I just real quick say, see what Binny did there? He sat back and just let you keep speaking.
I can't.
Yeah, well, you need to do it, brother. All right?
Boys,
You need to learn to chill out for a sec and let the boys finish, all right?
I get too heated up.
I know. But I love it, but it's just a little bit, all right?
This is irrelevant to Code because he doesn't understand it, but you boys know, is the Australian curse real in F1?
As in what?
Like with
Wait a
just
second.
being Australian.
I've heard about this. I understand that they always get shafted as teammates and that.
Oh, as in that? Yeah.
Ricardo? Yep.
Mhm.
I don't think
Go,
it
Binny,
is.
go.
Yeah, I don't think that Australian curse is there. I think we've been very unlucky with some of our drivers. I'll agree with that. We have been really unlucky with some of our drivers. Whether it's, I think a lot of the circumstances haven't been fully in control of, like, the teams aren't deciding who's taking it. Like, Webber was just unlucky the year he lost the championship. He was going into the last round leading and got into that accident. It ended up going to someone else. Ricardo, mate, he was driving a car where he thought he was the number one driver. Max Verstappen came in, the young shot kid that everyone was bragging about before he went into the sport, and was just fighting too hard with Max. And I think this year's the same thing. I think Oscar and Lando are gonna wipe each other out if they keep battling the way they do. And I think McLaren needs to sit back more and let them just race rather than changing them positions and stuff like that, because I think that's what's firing their drivers up, and that's what's making Lando do dive bombs like he did on the weekend. And it's just, in the end, their two drivers are the top two in the championship. I get that they're fighting for their individual pride and stuff like that, but mate, if I was McLaren, sit back, let them watch the battle, because the more you keep changing the positions on them and stuff like that, the more they're going to get fired up and not want to listen and race as hard as they are.
Well, I have a question for you. Sorry, AJ. As a fan, that is, I know my I know my F1 megastars. Your Schumachers, he was Ferrari. Your Lewis Hamilton when he was at Mercedes. Max Verstappen, Red Bull. But has there ever been a case like this where there's been two drivers at their best? Because you look at the other teams and the other drivers nowhere to be bloody found.
I don't think there's been a season where it's been both teammates for a long time. Like, if you look at the last time we had a really close championship like this was Max and Lewis. But again, one was
different teams. It doesn't matter. They're just sending it on each other.
Exactly right. There's no point.
Yes, Tyron, go.
The last time we've probably actually had this was Rosberg Hamilton in 2016.
Yeah.
Mercedes.
And
that's where I sent the TikTok into our group chat of it's like how Oscar's going to start reacting. Like Hamilton and Rosberg were coming into the cool down rooms after races. There's one footage, it's famous everywhere. Hamilton picks up the hat and just ditches it at Rosberg's head.
Now opposite.
And then Rosberg grabs it and goes bang.
No, it's the opposite.
He throws it back.
Yeah.
Anyway, so did that happen out of nowhere and then was it all like
it was predicted? It was
That's what I
ridiculous.
mean. But then, so obviously, old mate got the flick and Hamilton had to stay.
Well, you look at it.
Or did his performance go to shit and he got the flick?
No, Rosberg won
retired.
the championship and beat Lewis, and then retired straight away. He was like, "Stuff this! I don't want any more."
Oh, he won.
Yeah, he won the championship and went,
Yeah.
And so Lewis was the up and comer, like an Oscar now. Or
No, he was-
like
No, Rosberg and Lewis were pretty much even. They've been in the time. They've been in the F1 kind of the same time. Rosberg was a little bit earlier, but not much difference really. But Rosberg just outdrove him that season. Lewis tried everything. Lewis even sandbagged the last race and held up everyone to try to beat him. But it didn't work, and he won. Rosberg went, bang, see you later. I'm out of here. I won the championship. You're shit. I'm gone.
so you're saying, Binny, this is probably the only time it's been like this? Besides, was there been another time?
No, and then you go back to like the days of Vettel and Webber, and that was the same sort of thing. Rosberg was running second to Hamilton for like 3 years before he finally got that championship win.
Okay.
And again, back in that time, Mercedes was making decisions and making them change positions and stuff like that. That's what's firing the drivers up because
I don't
they're
get that.
you've
so
got to let the
political.
drivers. Yeah, you've got to let the drivers drive the car. If he's dominating every race, so what? Who cares?
But
Like
this is where. Sorry, go.
Yes.
in the end,
Tyron.
McLaren's got the team's championship, so that's not a worry for them anymore. Like they've just got 2 drivers. They need to lock in that first and second in the championship. Like it doesn't matter what order they're in. It's up to the 2 drivers. If one driver has a shit weekend, bad luck. You're to the back.
To me, yeah, go AJ.
I've got 2 points to put in here. First point is I feel like there's always number 1 driver in every team. There's never even rules. I feel like there's a number 1 driver. Back when Nico and Lewis were fighting, Lewis was the number 1 driver. Now Oscar and Lando are fighting. I feel like Lando is still the number 1 driver there. But you've also got to think about, like Binny just said, the championship is done. They've sealed it. They've won it. Now, in my opinion, it should be gloves off. You've won the team championship. That's all you cared about. You've done that now. You know, no matter what the finishing positions are for your 2 drivers, you've won the Constructors' Championship. Gloves are off. Let them race. Whatever happens, happens. You've won the team championship. Go your hardest. You now go on. You find for yourselves.
So me looking on the outside in of what you guys have just said, it sounds like they're trying to position the guys to be 1 and 2 no matter what. And it's like a safety barrier in case there are a few big wrecks. One guy will still win. So this time where they're like mid-season or whatever, there's a few races left, they want it to be enough where one will always have a crack to win it. Like, you can't just let old mate go, right? Like, let's say they let Oscar go. But then his last 5 weeks are the worst in history. But then Lando's shit, and then all of a sudden you got Max Verstappen will just take it off McLaren. Because, I know they win the team championship. They want the big dog. They want the driver championship too.
Yeah.
Like me personally, I don't remember Red Bull winning championships. I remember Max Verstappen as a Red Bull driver winning championships. Being an outsider. Like, that's what gets the press, gets the sponsors, gets the money. Yeah. Oh, how'd your team go? Oh, yeah, we won the championship. Oh, how'd your drivers go? Oh, 5th and 6th. Oh, so they're not the best? Who's the best? Oh, that guy, but his teammate sucks. Like, Red Bull's perfect example. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, ever since Max has come on board and they've seen the talent and whatever he had, well, they went, well, we're just going to go all in on this guy because no one can keep up with his cars. Like, he's so unique and needs it a certain way to be the best and win the Drivers' Championship. We can't hang on for someone else. Like, you've seen all the swap and changes they've done. And Daniel Ricciardo was the closest guy that looked half good in that car. But why would they get rid? For me, that's the biggest politic thing ever. Why'd they get rid of him if he was the best
he left.
performance car?
But
why? Why you leave?
Why he left was because Max was up and coming, and Red Bull chose him as the number one driver.
My point exactly. So they know he knew like, well, I'm just gonna be a second driver, but no one. He tried in other cars, and just nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like he betted on himself, but it probably, do you think, shortened his F1 career betting on himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Big time.
If he stayed Red Bull, even if he was,
He could even still be there now, probably.
He could have been 100%. I agree. Yep.
Because as soon as he left Red Bull, he was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
What did he have? He had that other car brand sponsor, the orange
Renault.
one?
So, yeah,
Renault went to McLaren.
McLaren.
And he was a second car in McLaren, hey? So he never got a first gig again.
But before last season, he was
Renault he did.
McLaren in like 10 years.
He was the
That's
first what?
He was the first McLaren driver to win within like 10 years since Lewis.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he won that race. Like, look, yeah, that was luck. Max and Lewis took each other out, so it was great. But he won that race, and that was the thing. And then he said he was back and all that, but it just never landed him. The way Daniel suited the Red Bull car with the late braking, the way it was really pointy in the front end was really good. And that's why you look, ever since Daniel, you look at all of Max's teammates. None of them have lasted because that car is so hard to drive, but Daniel knew how to drive it. Max knows how to drive it. No one else can. If Max even if Daniel come back to F1 now, I feel like he might not be top 3 straight away, but I feel like he know how to drive that car because he's driven it before. These other drivers don't know how to drive it, and that's just how it is. But I feel like Daniel's in a better place now where he's over F1. He's happy. He's doing his brand sponsors. He's having fun back at home in Australia. He's done with F1. He might, I could see Daniel doing a NASCAR or a Supercars. He loves that shit. But I don't see him driving. He'll never drive F1 again. It's not him. I feel like Daniel has part of the ways of the F1, and he's happy not to race F1 again.
I agree with that. I think, it's past. Yeah. It's just over for that side. Another guy, we'll finish off. We've gone way longer than what we wanted, but we've got to work on this as a team of 4 doing a pod, but it's good. I did want to touch on SVG has obviously solidified himself as the best NASCAR road racer in history in the shortest period of time ever. You listen to all the other drivers talk about him, and they're like, I've raced against Tony Stewart. Yeah, I think he lost one with a wreck or something or whatever.
Yeah,
but
he's won every single. He won the Roval yesterday.
Oh, you mean like Nextel Cup? Like, he's won like every one he's been in, pretty much. He's won.
Yeah, even yesterday, he just dominated. Like those.
Yeah,
it was. Who was he fighting against in the NASCAR yesterday? I
think Larson was up there for a bit.
Larson was up there.
Larson.
Was it Gibbs? Who was the?
Ty Gibbs goes all right around there too. Yeah, he's a good road racer.
The DeWalt car.
Oh, DeWalt.
Yeah,
Christopher Bell. He's a great road racer. Yeah.
The Christopher Bell, was that the other one? That
DeWalt. He's the 20. Yeah.
And he just, even then, they had a good lead on him. They had a 5-10 second lead on him at one stage, and Shane just caught him. It
just shows, though, like, and you guys watched him in Supercars, but, like, they talk about him, and they're even at the point where it's like, like, and you see the interviews of him, like, he's going to make the playoffs every year now. It's a loophole. Like, he's a hack.
But not even just that, though. You have a look at SVG. Last weekend, wherever they were on the oval, he come 10th. That was his first top 10.
He is progressing.
Yeah.
I see it right. I don't see it. He'll officially be welcomed as a NASCAR guy with the fans until he just wins, not on a road course. It could be a slower Richmond or a Bristol. Doesn't have to be a Talladega or a Daytona. But as soon as he wins on a bloody circle, you know what I mean? Like, but like that NASCAR is like that. You had the Dale Earnhardts who were super speedway weapons. Get them in the draft, watch those boys eat, and then they go to a small track and they're like, don't really win there. Like, NASCAR is built on, you see guys win similar races because that is what their style is. You know what I mean? You could say it sort of is. This is where it comes back to dirt racing. guys in sprint cars are really good at half miles. You get them into a quarter mile and they're like shit at a boarding because it's not their style.
But then the good thing is you got to look at from these road courses coming into NASCAR more and more. You look at what we've got supercars wise for Adelaide 500. You got Austin Cindric coming over here, a really good.
I do feel that, yeah.
And then Connor Zilic he's still here and about coming over here for Adelaide, but I don't think he actually got a final deal with that. But Connor Zilic, if you look at him in Xfinity, he's smashing the road courses, and he's the only one.
He is doing very well in that, isn't he?
Every road course, Shane's also run the Xfinity as well as the Cup, and Connor Zilic is the only one that's
the guy that's there with him. Yeah,
but
with that.
There was talk of him coming over for supercars, but it's not happening. But Cindric is confirmed. He is coming for the Adelaide 500, which is really good because then we're getting some of the American viewership coming over going, oh, we've got a really good Penske NASCAR driver racing in the supercars. This is awesome. Let's watch this and see what happens. So in a way, I really like that supercars are getting these wild cards from overseas to come over here, from NASCAR especially, which NASCAR is huge in America. You don't realize how big NASCAR is over in America. Like
it's as big as their football. Like it's like I don't know if you guys have ever watched it, even the listeners. The Dale Earnhardt doco, do yourself a favour and watch it. Oh my God. Like, the sponsorships they were getting back in the 70s, bro. Like, you know, a driver getting $3 million in the 70s. You know how much money that was back then, bro? Like Mountain Dew sponsoring cars. Wrangler, Dale Earnhardt. Like, they were brand sponsors before, like, football teams had brand sponsors. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like NASCAR showed America how to sponsor sport, really. Like, you got to think of, like, for me, like, Binny, you see, like, the old NRL pictures, the Broncos, and now you look at NRL, it's like a sticker show. You know, like, it's like things of a belt. We always grab stuff from America, but you had something to say before George went on a 12-minute rant about Connor Zilic?
Did you see?
Here we go. Shush you. Jesus, mate. How much more time?
Did you see early in the year Connor Zilic falling off his car in the?
Yeah, and he knocked himself out. Yeah,
we saw that.
Hilarious.
So good. Yeah.
Connor Zilic, but isn't just road course. He's been dominating on the ovals as well.
In the Xfinity?
Yeah, like he is going to come into the Sprint Cup next year and absolutely, I reckon, dominate.
You reckon? He's going to be up there with the big boys, eh?
Yeah, he's going to be up there with the big boys. He's going to be Shane Van Gisbergen's teammate. So, mate, they're going to have 2 cars in the playoffs next year, guaranteed.
Well, the road racing side, you know, they got to beat each other once, but you're saying how good he is on the other stuff. But the one thing I do love still, the story in NASCAR is Denny Hamlin versing his own team. That is wild to watch. And, like, how he didn't really use up Bubba the other day, but, like, they both had a chance to lead, and he goes, well, like, I can't let my boss down.
Did you see Chastain?
You know what I mean? But I love his attitude. He's very good on the Medium podcast, and he's not shy. Like, he's going, I know how to wear someone out. I didn't wear him out. I don't care the 23X. Like, when I'm racing.
Have you seen the highlight yesterday?
The NASCAR? Gisberg? No, I haven't watched it yet. I just seen he won, and I'm like, no shit.
So for the playoffs, Chastain had to get... Was it Ross Chastain, Binny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ross Chastain had to get past Dennis Hamlin to make it into the playoffs. Yeah?
Hey, can we do a thing on the pod? Maybe we'll do a comment section. What was Binny doing on the right of the pod? See what they'll say.
So,
I'm going to say kebab. Does he got any kebab over there?
I would have said meat box.
Oh. Meat box? Is that a snack pack in Perth? That is.
No, meat box.
Yeah, see, they call it different. AG, down there, you call them meat box too, eh?
No, HSP.
Yeah.
Euros.
HSP.
Okay.
Halal.
Sidetrack.
Well, anyways, NASCAR yesterday.
Loaded fries.
Ross Chastain had to pass Denny Hamlin to make it into the next stage of the playoffs without getting eliminated.
The top 8, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what he did is last corner, he's made a dive on Hamlin. He spun him out, spun himself out. He reversed over the line.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. That was sick. I did see that.
Gangster.
He's like, he's reversing over the line. Oh, my God.
So because of that, Chastain didn't make it into the playoffs. And then when you hear the interview, Hamlin actually turns around and goes, if that was me, I would have done the same thing. Basically is what he said.
Yeah.
Because,
He said fair play.
I think that comes to the whole getting Hamlin. So Chastain was trying to battle with Logano. If he got that position, he knocks Joey Logano out, and he makes it into the next stage of the playoffs.
Isn't it crazy? See, you're talking about playoffs. Like, this is what supercars are going to have, and all these people are going to experience it for the first time. Where, like, you're like, oh, this and that. Where, like, if this wasn't in, you're just like, the pass probably is not made. The pass isn't made. You know what I mean?
Supercars playoffs is good or not? Yes or no?
I'm cool with it because I will watch it maybe.
Yeah,
Like,
entertainment purposes, I think it's great.
I do too. All right, guys. Well, it's been a long episode. It's getting late, but while we got all the boys here, we'll do a bold prediction for the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, my bold prediction is Brock Hallett will win the Classic or the Australian title this season. There it is. Wow. Tyron, you got one? Straight out of the bat, you just got to sling it.
I think you know mine. Mine's Ryan Newton to do the same.
One of those two?
Yeah, or both.
Oh, okay. All right, AJ.
Yeah. Go Binny first. I'm still thinking.
Steve's coming out.
I'm going in an all-American podium for high limits all 3 nights.
Oh, so not an Aussie gets a look in.
No faith.
Wow, so that means no J-Mac, no Kingshot, no Williamson, no Goodyear.
No Dak.
Wow. Which, I mean, this year, Rico probably coming back. Larson again. Sweet. Oof, okay. I hope not. Because then that to us and Americans see it and go, no shit. You know, we're like, it was cool to see Cow get on the podium last night, the big dog, and J-Mac to win the other two. So, all right, AJ, what's your bold prediction for this season?
My bold prediction, Jamie Veal wins the Classic.
Oh, I like it. Veely showed early speed, and he knows how to get around the bowl.
Real deal.
The real deal, Jamie Veal wins the Classic. All right, lads, well, it's been a ripper episode. We'll get there, lads. All right, we will get there. And then, Tyron, we'll see you in Perth. Binny, Friday night. We've got to work out what we're doing for dinner, big dog, hey? Get on that
Friday night?
Yeah, next Friday night, we're doing a Friday night plane trip.
I don't finish.
What time do you land? What time do you land in Perth?
10:30 at night.
I was gonna take you to the American barbecue joint near mine. But
look at him knowing we were going to get there that late that he couldn't do it. And
what
a real big guy. Hey.
Well, no, because you said dinner.
Man.
Well, what are you doing Sunday? We're not flying out to the Red Eye.
Sunday, I will be at my nephew's birthday.
Any beers there? We can come.
There better be, otherwise I'm not going.
But he's like, Uncle Binny, let's go.
We'll figure out a dinner or something for one of the nights for you.
Disgusting. Just you don't even want to host us.
It's fine. We'll go have a sausage roll from the.
You would have a sausage roll.
Oh, we're getting one this time. We're not missing out on a sausage roll.
From where?
Oh,
From where?
The Plex sausage rolls smelt good. We missed out. So we get one. Boost juice and
a
sausage
roll.
Here
you go. My shout.
Oh yeah, okay, champion.
All right, watch him show up.
Yeah. Oh, sorry guys, I was playing with my RC car at home. What's the time?
Oh, sorry, boys. His birthday got pushed forward, and there was actually Jack's.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Jack's
off
5
boys, so we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm off. All right, guys, thank you. Got another cool episode recording this week with another crew chief, so that'll be cool. Let's just say he spent a lot of time in America and won a really big race there this year in America. One of the crown jewels, so you can sit on that one and work that out. All right, lads. Talk to you. See you later.
See you.